The first rays of the sun kissed the banks of the Shipra River, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson. The air is thick with the scent of incense. The rhythmic chants of Vedic mantra reverberate through ancient temple corridors, and the sacred waters shimmer as devotees take a dip, their hands folded in prayer. This is Ujjain, a city where faith is older than time itself. But Ujjain is not just a city, it is the abode of Mahakal, the Lord of Time. Here, Shiv does not just exist, he reigns over time itself. But how did this sacred city become home to one of the most powerful Jyotirling in existence? The answer lies in a story as old as the cosmos itself, a tale of a curse, a desperate prayer, and the divine force that shattered the boundaries of time and space. Centuries ago, Ujjain was ruled by King Ripunjay, a powerful monarch, but one blinded by arrogance. He believed his kingdom was untouchable, eternal, shielded by his might alone. Then one day, a mystical sage arrived at his court, his body wrapped in saffron robes, his eyes glowing with an ethereal light. He carried with him wisdom as ancient as the universe itself. But instead of reverence, the sage was met with disrespect and mockery. Enraged, the sage raised his hand, his voice echoing like a divine decree. "O king, your arrogance has doomed you. Your land will fall into ruin, and demons shall ravage your people. Nothing, no king, no warrior will be able to save this city unless the divine himself descends upon this land." A moment later, the sage vanished, but his words lingered, heavy like an approaching storm. Within days, chaos erupted. From the depths of darkness, demonic forces rose, their laughter echoing through the blood-stained streets. The once mighty kingdom of Ujjain crumbled under their wrath. Temples were desecrated, cries of agony replaced the once melodious temple bells, and the scent of devotion was replaced by the stench of destruction. The king, who once ruled with pride, now cowered in fear. With no army strong enough to fight, no warrior brave enough to stand, he turned to the only force that could save them, Lord Shiva. Stripped of his arrogance, King Ripunjay abandoned his throne and retreated to the forests of Ujjain. For months he meditated, his body frail, his lips cracked, but his soul unshaken. He called upon Shiv, pleading for his divine presence, his voice echoing across the cosmos. For a long time, there was silence. Then, one fateful night, the earth trembled. The sky roared with thunder, and lightning illuminated the heavens. And then, it happened. From the very heart of Ujjain, a blazing column of light erupted from the ground. It was not fire, nor was it mere energy. It was a force beyond mortal comprehension. The air vibrated with an otherworldly hum as Shiv himself emerged from the flames. His form was both terrifying and mesmerizing. His eyes burned with the wisdom of 1,000 universes. His trident crackled with divine energy, and time itself stood still in his presence. The demons who had once terrorized the land fell to their knees, their bodies reduced to ashes in a single divine gaze. The city was saved. With a voice as deep as the universe, Shiv spoke. "From this moment forward, I shall reside here as Mahakal, the eternal guardian of time. No force shall ever destroy this land, for I shall protect it beyond the limits of time itself." At that very spot, the Mahakal Jyotirling manifested, marking Ujjain as one of the holiest places on earth. For centuries, Mahakal Temple stood tall, a beacon of faith, untouched by time. Pilgrims traveled for days, seeking the blessings of the Eternal One. But time brings with it both devotion and destruction. In 1235 AD, the Delhi Sultan Iltutmish led an army to Ujjain. The temple, which had stood for centuries, was set ablaze. Its sacred walls crumbled, and the holy Jyotirling was shattered. For the first time, the Lord of Time's abode lay in ruins. But Mahakal is not bound by stone and mortar. Centuries later, a warrior clan rose from the ashes, the Maratha. Among them was Ranoji Shinde, a fearless devotee of Shiv. He vowed that Mahakal shrine would rise again, stronger than before. With unwavering devotion, the temple was rebuilt. The Jyotirling was reinstated, and once again, Mahakal reclaimed his eternal throne. Mahakal had not fallen, he had simply waited. Even today, the grand Mahakal Temple stands in all its glory. Its Bhasm Arati, where ashes are offered to the Lord, remains one of the most mystical rituals in the world. Thousands gather, their voices merging into a single chant of devotion, their prayers rising like incense to the heavens. Here wishes are not just heard, they are answered. Because Ujjain is not just a city, it is the home of Mahakal, the one who bends time to his will, and in his presence, even time stands still.